Hello, welcome back to the RoundBall. My name is Joel.
And my name is Eldon.
And today we will be talking about the wrap-up for the Premier League club status and how they will go about to qualify for the Champions League, Europa League and Conference League. Let's go.
Joel, I can see your eyes now.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's not covered by your hair.
You see my
No,
eyes?
okay.
No, what do you mean?
Let's get into it.
No, let's not get into this. What do you mean you can see my eye?
Your hair was covering your eye. I can see your eye now.
That's a bit mad though.
Now, big talking points about the Premier League. Surprise, surprise, the champions of England are Man City again.
Surprise, surprise.
The third time in 4 years. Now they've won it how many
think-
times? 5.
5?
That's as many times as Chelsea
Yeah.
have won it.
Do you think Man City are surpassing Man United now, or is it still?
It's still too many. Still too many to
think
count.
they've still have to, they've got a while to go until they reach United, but I think they've been
certainly-
making good progress
Yeah.
in the time they have
Yes.
had. But do you think they're one of the best Premier League teams? Like, if you look at one season, do you think they're the best Premier League team?
I definitely, I think so. I think they have a really strong squad. They've got squad depth. They've got good players. They've got a fantastic staff. I think that's why they've won it and they've been
Yeah, I think
so good.
Squad depth is really important this season because of how many injuries they've had this season, because it's like it's been
Definitely,
been a crazy season. So I think that's one of the biggest factors they've won the Premier. That's why they won the Premier League.
Yes. And now that we've covered about the Premier League champions, now we'll be informing on the teams that won't be playing in the Premier League next season.
Oh, it's a bit sad.
Sad news.
Sad
Sheffield, the Blades are out. Fulham is going down, and
West Brom.
West Brom.
West Brom are going down, and you know who's the manager of West Brom?
Sam Allardyce, Big Sam.
That's the first time he's went
It's
down.
the first time. There are a lot
in
of
his
first.
career.
There's a lot of first time.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of first times. For example, we saw Jose Mourinho for the first time not winning a trophy.
Yeah, but
at
it
a
was at
club that's
Spurs, so
managed.
it's normal. I mean,
And then we've got Sam Allardyce
Okay.
getting relegated for the first time.
yeah, that's true.
It's very
A lot of
odd.
firsts.
What's happening?
And the big thing is that he has been relegated by the team that he always mocks, Arsenal. Isn't that just a bit ironic?
And a Willian goal.
Willian's first goal, another first.
Another first. So many firsts.
Yeah.
And then to replace them, so far we have Watford and Norwich being promoted from the Championship, and there's only one more spot to play for to be promoted to the Premier League.
Who are the 4 teams that are in the playoffs?
Brentford, Bournemouth, Barnsley and Swansea. Personally, I would want Brentford or Barnsley in the Premier League, just because I've never seen them in the Premier League.
All of them start with V except for X for Swansea.
Yes.
That's what makes me think Swansea will go through.
Oh,
Yep. That's just my opinion though.
that's a very
But I'm really
good
happy Watford
insight.
are in the Premier League, so I can see Ben Foster's vlogs now in the Premier League.
I'm happy Norwich are in because I'm a big fan of Todd Cantwell.
Yeah, same.
I love
think
him.
He's a
I
really,
love
really
him.
good
He's
player.
so good.
That's why Norwich has a lot of really good Premier League quality players. I think.
Yeah.
That's why I think they really deserve to go into the Premier League this season. And in other news of the Premier League, the top 4 race is coming to an incredible close. It's getting really tight now. Chelsea versus Arsenal was played on the weekend, and Chelsea slipped up against Arsenal. I think really, really big loss for Chelsea. I think it's
That's going to cost them.
it was gonna really hit them because we thought Chelsea was cemented in the top 4 place now, but if they don't pick up points against their next opponents, they might lose out to Liverpool.
I told you Chelsea.
They might lose out to Liverpool, but I still think they are strong enough to cement the place. But you can never be too sure because they might be focusing on the Champions League and FA Cup because they would want to preferably win both of them. That's why I think if Liverpool has a chance now, like once to get into the top 4, they're gonna have to focus up. And also speaking about Liverpool, the long-awaited game has been played. Liverpool versus Man United. It was finally played, and it was a big win for Liverpool. 4-2.
Crucial win.
It was also Jurgen Klopp's first time winning at Old Trafford. Did you know that?
They beat their old enemy at their home, at their place. That's so big.
That's so big for Liverpool.
Only if
because
there were fans to watch
know,
the game, it would have been massive.
They've not had a good season, Liverpool, but this win will surely motivate
Yes.
them to try to get at that top 4.
Puts them in a strong position, a real strong
100%.
position.
And also speaking about Chelsea, the only reason they lost was because Jorginho made a horrible back pass to Kepa, and even though Kepa did make a really good save at first, it was ultimately palmed out to the path of Aubameyang and passed it to Emil Smith-Rowe to slot it away comfortably for Arsenal. And Thomas Tuchel, funnily enough, said that they didn't deserve the win. Your thoughts on that?
I feel that's a bit unfair, because in football you have to take your chances.
That's true.
And that's what football is. When chances are given to you, you have to take them.
Yeah, I mean that is true.
So saying that they don't deserve to win, probably, but you could have put it another way.
Exactly, because you can't say they don't deserve to win.
Yes, if the Chelsea side had played fantastic football,
they
and
would have won.
And if
Exactly.
they had, you know,
In the end, Arsenal took their chances
and ultimately won the game.
Ultimately won the game, and Chelsea didn't. So I think Chelsea didn't deserve to win the game because they lost the game.
Interesting point of view. In the same news, we see Everton failing to take their chance again.
I think it's a bit too late for them to get into the top 4 now.
I don't know, is it the pressure getting them?
I think so, because Carlo Ancelotti, I mean, he had a really good start to the season, but in the end, losses, I guess
don't know, they're like
injuries maybe.
crumbling.
Because
It's kind of weird. But they have Josh King back.
yeah, that's true. But they played 2 times against Aston Villa, as you know, and they lost one and drew one. That's just not good enough to get into the top 4. That's why ultimately Aston Villa is one of the reasons they will not be going into the top 4.
Okay, so here is how these teams will be qualifying for the European spots and why this is such an important thing. So, first, second, third, and fourth
Yeah.
will automatically qualify for a Champions League spot.
Yeah.
And fifth place will qualify for a Europa League spot.
Yeah. This is in the Premier League.
This is in the Premier League. And then winners of the FA Cup will then qualify for a spot
In the
for
Europa League.
a Europa
Yeah,
League
see, I know.
playoff.
I know.
So they'll have to play playoffs. They'll play 3 playoff rounds and then qualify for the Europa
For the
League group stage.
Okay, I understand.
And then for the Conference League,
the new tournament.
that for teams to qualify for that tournament, you have to win the League Cup, which is the Carabao Cup, and that's the cup City won. So winning that trophy will take you into Conference League. Yes. So now, because
City are already in the Champions League.
Yes, because City are in a Champions League, and because the FA Cup winners are in a Champions League spot
So the
as well.
spot go to the 7th place?
Yes, exactly. It gets knocked down.
So I'm pretty sure the spot for the Conference League will go to 7th place
Yeah.
every year.
So then, big shout. So now 5th and 6th go to Europa League, and 7th place goes to Conference League.
Okay,
And that's
I
how it
understand.
works. And this
I
is why it's a big thing.
It's very complicating, to be fair. Also, in other interesting news, the Champions League final has been moved to Portugal. Which is a bit odd in my opinion, because everyone wanted it to be in England because the 2 clubs will be playing in the
Should have
final.
been at Wembley.
It should have been Wembley.
It's so cool
Like,
at Wembley.
the fans was like, okay, it's gonna be in England, and then UEFA was like, okay, it's gonna be in England. It's gonna be in England. No, it's gonna be in Portugal.
Yeah, it was so sudden. It was like,
It was so weird. It's a bit odd, but you know what? Still a Champions League final, still a big game, and I'm really looking forward to that as well.
exactly. In super big news,
Big news.
we are going to be having our first ever interview. And our guest is going to be a prominent representative from the official
That's huge.
Arsenal fan club
That's really big.
in Malaysia.
Which is also officially endorsed by the Arsenal Football Club in N5.
North London, which is
North
where
London.
the Emirates is.
Yeah, officially endorsed. I think that's really
Big news.
Wait.
I'm so excited.
If they are in London, does it mean they know Willian?
They might know Aubameyang and all of them.
Whoa!
So
I think that's really cool.
Stay tuned for our midweek special, because it's gonna be a big one.
It's gonna be really big. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Also, don't forget to smack on the notification icon to keep in touch with our latest videos. And leave your comments down below on what you think of Joel's hair. My name is Eldon,
And I'm Joel.
and we are the RoundBall.